What is up, guys? Euclid back here with you again, and welcome back to the channel. Recently, a trailer released that had some pretty interesting stuff within it, and I wanted to go ahead and do a reaction for that as well. It's been a little bit since I've done a reaction. I only react to things that I like, but this is definitely covering a game that I do care about and spent countless hours, afternoons, evenings, and weekends playing, as well as in the most recent couple of years playing along with my friends, which was the first time I ever played it online. So today we're going to check out the official gameplay trailer featured on IGN's channel for Age of Empires 4. All gameplay captured in engine. Okay. Examples. I love their gibberish. Sheep, the best scout. Building some palisade walls. I'm guilty of turtling myself. It's looking pretty good. I know it's early, but still. Oh. Oh shit. Nice! Cool animations for the spearmen. Oh wow. So the villagers are using their bows. Nice! They're smart enough to use bows instead of clubs. Loving the music. That throat singing. The Mongolian throat singing. Ah, nomads. Okay. That's pretty cool. I can appreciate that. Wow. Fireworks signal for the attack. Nice. I hope that's not all scripted, that we can actually stage ambushes. That would be badass. The Sultanese versus the English. Oh shit, there's troops on the walls. How long did that take? That's a big deal, dude. That's gonna make it interesting. Yes, walls are so relevant now. It just looks better, too. Fighting on the walls and shit, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a big deal. Nice. Yep, get in there. Oh, wow. Woo! Yeah, the Sultanese are whipping their ass. enjoying this music, honestly. It's kind of nice. But I was a sucker for the stereotypical music for the Chinese and Command & Conquer's generals, so... It's a pretty big sporting army. We've seen armies that big before, no big deal. I love the signals. Ooh, they got rockets. Chinese got rockets anyways. Oh, they drop their spears when they charge. They didn't show them impact. Rockets are looking good. Oh, wow. They did impact. Okay. Oh, shit. Bombards? No, trebuchets and bombards. Nice. Okay. Oh, shit. Honestly, it kind of gives me, like, old school. Whoa, nice. They brought it back. The priest never went anywhere, but did you hear that? Whoa. Oh, that was glorious. Too glorious, man. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna get in close. Forgive me. Not the best thing to look at. Let's turn the volume down and go through it a little bit. So the first thing I honestly want to talk about, there's a few in-game points we see from this gameplay. And obviously I'm not as caught up as like your... Like Spirit of the Law is a channel I'd recommend. If you really like Age of Empires, that dude knows his stuff. He's very entertaining, he's funny, and he knows a lot of strategies for playing online, actually. That's how I learned what I know, just to make me better in campaign. I'm more of a solo, casual, I like campaigns, and I like making campaigns. But as far as this is concerned, the game looks pretty. It kind of gives me, in some senses, a lot of the different strategy games I grew up playing were like Empire Earth and Empire's Dawn of the Modern World and such like that. Games that a lot of people may have not even heard about nowadays. But, you know, strategy games, there used to be a metric shit ton of developers creating strategy games, and quite a few of them were good. But Age of Empires was always relevant. I haven't completed Age of Empires 3, but Age of Empires 4 is kind of the one a lot of people have been waiting for silently. And Symbol Studios is no more, so to speak. They helped create a lot of titles that I love. They actually worked with the makers of the Halo universe to create Halo Wars, the original. Let me turn this down a little bit so we're not being too ridiculous over here. But Symbol Studios is now gone. They've either been rehired, but the studio has since gone. It's broken up. The reasons why are for you to find out if you want to. That's not the point of this video. But the point is to see Age of Empires coming back with a new series, and this is like... This gameplay is not to be taken at super face value yet. I will tell you, and I'm not nitpicking at all, the game is looking pretty good. A lot of the structures, like this structure here, which I'm guessing is of some significant religious relevance, looks really good. Some structures don't look so great, but again, this isn't the final cut of the game. They probably wanted it to run fluid, and the game may not be fully stabilized and optimized yet. So, because of that, this might be one of the best cuts of gameplay they had, where they took several different factions, such as the Sultanese and the English fighting each other, which was really cool, because, look at this. This is the first thing I want to talk about. Nomad factions, all their structures being able to pack up and move. Cool as shit. What if you're holding the line on a wall, and you're starting to get overwhelmed, and you're like, I'm not ready, or you're a new player? Play as the Nomads, and you can run. I mean, you can take all your people, take your mobile forces, hold off your enemies, and you can flee. That's the best thing about playing as Nomads in a lot of strategy games, is to be able to hit and run, guerrilla warfare, etc. And I like playing those things because I've never been I'm going to be honest, I've always been guilty of turtling, but when turtling is literally being kind of offensive, defensive, and a mixture of both, that your units are all mobile, it's nice to have that option. You can use your infantry to hold off the enemy, such as why you use cavalry to fall back with your structures and move back and forth, holding the enemy off, moving back, holding the enemy off, moving back. And that's something I really want to see in the future of Age of Empires. I've always loved these games. I love the original despite its wonkiness and horrible unit grouping. But I loved the area of the time frame, the era, the Bronze Age, Greeks and Romans, cliche kind of thing. Everybody kind of got the same units, but it didn't discourage people from playing. This right here is probably something a lot of people are excited. There are fucking longbowmen on the walls. How are you not excited about that? That is something I've wanted in Age of Empires for a long time. It may be on mods somewhere, sure, but now we see like individual units spread across the walls, and that might have some relevance because now siege towers, instead of just fucking wheeling up to the wall and spitting troops, like shooting them out like facehuggers in an Alien Isolation sequel, just shooting units over the wall. It's stupid. They're going to break their legs. Like, it's better if the gate falls and units spill into the wall and then there's a fight for the wall, because what if you don't have access to elephants or siege weapons? What if it's an early game and the enemy has some form of walls and all you have is infantry? You have the option to take your infantry, spitting all over myself and getting excited, but you have the option to take your infantry and overwhelm their walls in hand-to-hand combat. Or, when you take their walls and you get infantry down from the walls, etc., then you can get longbowmen onto the walls, and they might be enemy walls, but you can still fire from the walls, which keeps the enemy infantry from targeting your archers. I mean, I use these strategies in Total War, and the fact that there's going to be some form of similarity between the two, not that it needs to be, I like the difference. I'm just saying, it's really nice to be able to see units on the walls. That's a nice change of pace. I like seeing these units like trebuchets and bombards because I've been watching the series. Not that it's necessarily historically accurate in a lot of ways, but I've been watching Marco Polo on Netflix. Really good series about Kublai Khan, the grandson of Genghis Khan, and the Venetian merchant Marco Polo. Very good cast of people, some really relevant actors. If you know about a lot of foreign films from the East, you'll see a lot of relevant actors in that. And it was just really cool to see the nomads of the Mongols and the Mongolians represented in this game. And then, you know, the Chinese and their fairly, you know, automatic crossbows. That shit's cool and relevant, you know. But Age of Empires 2 has been the king for a long time. Age of Empires 3 is a great game, and I'm going to be playing through it kind of casually on my own throughout the next several months. But 4, people have been playing 2. 2 was so successful both online, single player, and selling millions and millions of units. If I'm not mistaken, it's just so popular. Despite my probably inaccurate... There we go. That is something we got to go back to. Age of Empires 2 was so popular that they released DLC for it over a decade after it released. I've been playing this game since before high school. I've been playing the first one since before that in grade school. I've been playing strategy games. The first strategy game that I ever played was not Age of Empires. It was the second. The first I ever played was the second to first Total War game ever made officially, and that was Medieval Total War. And then I played Age of Empires 1, and then I eventually played 2 years later when it came out. And it was a fantastic release. Age of Empires was a little more arcadey, whereas Medieval Total War is more about time and resources, and it's gotten better too. But the realism and the catastrophic effects and the complication of the game has advanced too. But with Age of Empires, it make it a little bit more advanced, but keep it arcadey, because that's what people want. They want to take hundreds of units on play and rock, paper, scissors the shit out of each other by fighting on the field, on the walls, with cannons, with trebuchets, with units, both medieval, both feudal, and both gunpowder age, as well as stone powder. And I'm really excited to see some new campaigns. It's always fun when you go from one Age of Empires to the next, and you play all the new campaigns. And a lot of people, modders, create their own campaigns, which are also fantastic. I myself am personally excited to play the Native American campaign in Age of Empires 3. I'm a big... That's the main reason I play Empire Total War, is because I love... Even though the game is shit to so many people, I actually like Empire. I want to see a sequel and it be implemented correctly, because the time period and the gunpowder warfare is so unique. Fuck Medieval 2. It doesn't compete. There's just no way. With the line infantry focus, I would play as the Cherokee and literally kick the white men out of America. just defeat all the European settlers. Take offense if you want, but I'm as white as they come. The point is, these games are fantastic. And seeing Age of Empires 4 be advertised this way, let's turn the volume up just a little bit and watch that scene again. Whoa, that's glorious. Glorious. I'm sure Spirit of the Law and several other people that watched that trailer really enjoyed it. This is a game I've been looking forward to, been wanting to see more and more news for. We've had little snippets, little bits, but this is a nice gameplay trailer, and it's got well over 1.1 million views now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm kind of reacting to this nearly a week later, but, you know, what matters is that I react to it and watched it. What sucks is that I don't watch it until I react to it, so whatever. Guys, this has been the reaction to Age of Empires 4's gameplay trailer. It's official gameplay trailer on the IGN that featured it, and I'm looking forward to it. And if you guys want to see me play this when it comes out, let me know in the comments. That's the best way to let me know. I want to get into strategy games. I did that in a video that I recorded just before this one, which is why I look exactly the same. And I'm really excited to cover it because those are games that I play a lot of. And it would be nice, too, because I play them in my leisure time, even on the weekends. So it would be kind of a two birds, one stone thing. I'm still going to enjoy it, and there's more content for you guys to watch and us to relate to. Or, hell, who knows? Maybe I'll actually grow some balls and live stream for once. But until that time comes, let me know what you guys think about the Age of Empires 4 trailer. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you want it to look better? Do you think it looks about the way it should? Or do you think it's a little too soon to judge? Should we just wait and see? That's kind of where I'm at. I don't jump the ball on anything. Lower your expectations, and you're not going to be disappointed. A certain famous video game character said that, and if you played the series, you know what I'm talking about. Without further ado, guys, that's been the reaction to Age of Empires 4 official gameplay trailer. I am Euclid. I look forward to this game, and I will see all of you in the next video.